What's up, everyone? It's been a little while since we've done one of these YouTube videos. Been super busy. We got a bunch of stuff coming up this summer, 3D events. I'll be at a bunch of them. So what we're doing today, we're going over some archery specific exercises to bulletproof your shoulders. So let's dive into that. Some of the key exercises you want to focus on, some of the key areas are, everyone thinks your rotator cuff, which is very true. A lot of the exercises today are going to be focusing on your rotator cuff. We'll focus on the rotator cuff. Another one is the deltoid. Everyone thinks that the muscles to pull back your shoulder is all your rhomboids. Those are the muscles that sit in between your spine and your scapula. While that is true, there's your rhomboids, primarily your posterior deltoid, and then the rotator cuff muscles, as well as the muscle called the low trap, part of your trapezius. It's on the lower end. So let's dive into some of those exercises. What you will need is simply an exercise band. I like using resistance bands, and we'll walk through one of these exercises. Okay, we'll walk through this program with you. So what you'll do, take this off. First thing, let's work the rotator cuff. The posterior rotator cuff, I'm going to show you right here. The back side right here. Grab an exercise band, put it in your hands, double it up if it feels too easy. And you're going to do 15 repetitions. So 2, 3, this is bilateral external rotation. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you should really be feeling that burn back here. If it's painful, you can either reduce some of the resistance band, definitely give me a call if it is. But we're gonna start with 3 sets of 15. This will really warm up your shoulders, again, in preparation for all the hunts we have coming up, 3D events, and for shooting your bow. If you've experienced shoulder pain in the past, let me know, but you really shouldn't. I always say this when I work with the archers on the USA Archery team and everything, that archery shouldn't hurt. I got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you can see I'm shaking. What I'm trying to do with this exercise is squeeze my shoulders back and then rotate. If you're pushing out like this, you're doing it wrong. So that's 2 sets, excuse me. Let's do the final set here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now you should be feeling a burn through those muscles. That's warming up the rotator cuff. And what the rotator cuff does primarily is it pulls, if you have your scapula, the glenoid that sits like this, that's where your arm, your humerus, and your scapula meet. On your shoulder, this would be a right shoulder here. So your humerus here sits in there. That rotator cuff, the primary, I guess, forces and what they primarily do, the rotator cuff does, the primary motion and action is actually pull that down so that you can get full motion here. So good rotator cuff muscle right there. And an excellent exercise to warm up for shooting your bow. Let's do another one. This targets a little bit of the rotator cuff, a lot of that posterior deltoid, okay? So multiple ways of doing this. I'm gonna do it standing with the resistance band. All I'm gonna do is come out in like a T formation right here, horizontal abduction. There's 3, 4, 5. You can kind of see as I'm getting back here, I'm kind of squeezing my rhomboids together. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. I'm gonna give about a 30-second break in between. And as I do, I'll show you another one on this next one. you can hinge at your hips and then you can come up as well. So if you wanted to do this with resistance, or excuse me, with dumbbells, you could do that same thing. 7, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. So there's 2 sets of 15 of the horizontal abduction. We'll do one more for you like this. In this position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15. Good. So there's 2 exercises: bilateral external rotation, horizontal abduction. The next one, you can use the edge of your bed. You can use a bench if you want. Also, come over here. I'm going to use an exercise ball. Now this exercise is called the prone Y. Has very, very good evidence, some of the best evidence out there for targeting that rotator cuff, the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, even subscapularis. So this is a really good one to target all 4 rotator cuff muscles. In this position, you can be up on your knees or you can be up on your feet. You're going to do a Y motion, okay? So right here, not straight to the side, but about 110, 120 degrees overhead. $14, $15. Now good. Now 3 sets of 15 is a lot for that one exercise. I'm using 3-pound weights. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'll tell you what, I can, even some of the highest level, strongest guys I know out there struggle with just 3 pounds. So 2 to 3, I say anywhere between 2 to 5 pounds, doing these 3 sets of 15 will be fantastic for your shoulder. Do one more set here, and then ideally you do about 3 sets. $12, $13, $14, $15. Good. So 2-3 sets of those. The next exercise, one that's everyone's heard of, I'm sure, a simple bicep curl. So doing a simple bicep curl, grab however much weight you're comfortable with. I want good form here, so shoulders back and just straight to the side here. You can do 2 at a time if you want, but about 3 sets of 15 of these. Really work that front shoulder, really work that bicep tendon. I think that was about 10 or so. But bicep curls, great exercise for archery in particular. A lot of times people actually have shoulder pain. I'll jump right into the next set. A lot of people will have shoulder pain in the front of their shoulder. Oftentimes, more often than not, those are the archers that I see that come into physical therapy for that anterior shoulder pain. It's a lot of time that bicep tendon that becomes irritated. Oftentimes with new hunters, new shooters, new bow hunters, archers who are shooting improperly. Their shoulder is too far in front as they're drawing. I have a video on this as well. You guys definitely check it out. So bicep curls, 2-3 sets of 10 to 15 like that. So we've covered stuff for the rotator cuff, external rotation. We've covered stuff for that posterior deltoid, the horizontal abduction, or like this. We've covered bicep curls for the front of the shoulder, and we've covered that low trap like this, those Ys. Let me show you one more You can do this at home, all these things with the exercise bands. I'm gonna grab an exercise band, come on over here. You can put this over the top of a door. I'm gonna put it right up here. Gonna tie that down, good. That's not gonna go anywhere. And now I call these a high row. You're gonna start with your elbows at about shoulders at 90 degrees and coming down. As I am, you can see I'm here and squeezing back, so I'm pinching my shoulder blades together. This is getting those rhomboids. So in this position, I like to be half kneeling. I'm gonna squeeze back, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And again, I would probably do 2-3 sets of 15 like that. If you could do, ideally for strength training, hypertrophy, you're looking for about 10 to 12 sets a week. So if you do on one particular exercise, if you did it 3 or 4 days a week, 3 sets, you'd be hitting that threshold at least 4 days a week of about 10 sets where you're gonna start gaining muscle mass, start getting that hypertrophy, and start gaining strength. So anyways, this is a great program. Let me catch my breath here. This is a great program. This is what I would do for shoulder strength, and I appreciate it. If you guys are having pain at all, shoulder pain whatsoever, if you guys are shooting your bow and getting your reps in, the seasons are coming up. I think I counted, there's less than 12 weeks until hunting season is here. And so get your reps in right now. But if you're having any shoulder pain whatsoever, give me a call. Let's get you into the clinic. Let's do a virtual visit, a virtual consultation, and get you guys taken care of, because archery shouldn't hurt. And if you have drawn one of those once in a lifetime tags, don't forfeit it. Don't worry about your shoulder. We can get it better. But appreciate it. Subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.